Hi everyone and welcome to my channel again. Today I'm going to show you how to make the Frangipane tart with apricots. This French dessert is very popular, especially during summertime when the apricots are in season. Stay tuned and see how it's done. Firstly, we need to prepare the base for our tart. It will be made from a short crust pastry, a little bit sweetened. To make it, we will need all-purpose flour, softened butter, 1 whole egg, 1 tablespoon of sour cream, icing or custard sugar, and a bit of salt. In order to make the pastry, we will need a bowl, and then we will roll the pastry with a rolling pin and bake it into the tart form. To make our pastry, we just need to combine all the ingredients. We just want all the ingredients to be roughly combined. We don't want to overwork the dough because it will be just tough. When the dough is mixed together, we need to chill it before we can roll it. Otherwise it will be just sticky and it's not possible to roll it. We put our dough on the cling film and cover it. We can flatten the dough, it will be easier to roll afterwards. And we put it in the fridge for around 15 minutes. And right now, when our dough is chilling, we can prepare our apricots and our frangipane cream. To make the frangipane cream, we will need all-purpose flour, milk, sugar, ground almonds, butter, 3 eggs. We will be using just 1 whole egg and 2 egg yolks, and a little bit of vanilla extract. And in order to prepare our apricots, we will need to make a syrup in which we will be poaching them. To make the syrup, we will need water, sugar, and a little bit of white rum. And of course, we will need apricots. It depends how big are the apricots. You need to check how big is your form. Just adjust the number of apricots needed. I will prepare 10 apricots. They are quite big. It should be more than enough really for my tart. To prepare the apricots, we need to first pour a hot boiling water over them and soak them for 1 minute. And then we can peel off the skin from them before we can poach them. While our apricots are in a hot water, we can remove them one by one and peel off the skin, like so. If they are poached enough in a hot water, it should be really easy to do so. And right now, when our apricots are peeled, we need to take out the stone from inside. But while we are doing it, we can boil our syrup. So in order to do that, we just add water to our pan and the sugar. We don't add our rum straight away because we don't want the alcohol to evaporate while the syrup is boiling. So we just need to dissolve the sugar in the syrup and bring the whole thing to the boil. And while our syrup is boiling, we can destone our apricots. Be quite gentle with them because we don't want to smash them. We want them to remain in their original shape. We need to save 4 of the stones because we need to break them in half and take the small almond that is inside, and we will add 4 of those almonds into our syrup. It will give this very specific additional taste to the whole syrup and then to the poached apricots in the end as well. And right now we'll be extracting the small almond that is inside of the apricot stone. In order to do that, you will need a hammer basically, because it's a very hard stone. You just need to smash it. And as you can see, there is a small almond inside. It doesn't matter if it breaks, because it will be broken afterwards as well. And when we extracted the almonds, we just cut them into smaller pieces and we add this to our boiling syrup. We add this and we bring the syrup to the boil. When our syrup is boiling, we can take it out of the heat completely. Right now we add the white rum inside and we can add all our apricots inside. And we do not boil the syrup afterwards with the apricots inside, because they just need to soften a little bit, but we don't want them to be completely soft and soggy. When we take the dough from the fridge, we can roll it straight away, as it is a little bit less soft. We put a little bit of the flour on the surface we'll be rolling it on, and we flour it on top as well. We can flour also the rolling pin, and we want to roll our dough to more or less 1/2 centimeter thickness. Make sure from time to time that it doesn't stick to the bottom. Make sure there is enough flour underneath. When our dough is rolled to the correct shape, we can just check it. Yep, there is enough space around. We can transfer the dough from our rolling surface to the form. The easiest way is to just roll it again on the rolling pin and then unroll it like this. When we position our dough in the form as we want it, we can cut the part that is not necessary, but we still need to have just a bit of a flip on top, otherwise our tart will just get together too much and it will be just much smaller than the form after baking. So we can cut small pieces that is really too much. When our tart is ready, we just need to pierce it with a fork, the bottom of it, so it doesn't inflate and it doesn't go up while it's baking. We will be baking it in 180 degrees Celsius with fan for 10 minutes. Straight from the oven, it is good to remove these flipping edges. When our tart is cooling down, we can prepare the frangipane cream. We put all our milk into the pan. We can add the vanilla extract and sugar. And we need to bring it to the boil. And while the milk is heating up, we can combine all our other ingredients. So we have our flour here and the ground almonds. And we also have our eggs. It is 1 whole egg and 2 egg yolks. And we just pour it and mix it together. When our milk is starting to boil, we can take it out of the heat and we need to pour it very slowly into the egg and flour mixture, mixing it all the time. And right now we need to place this whole mixture back into the pan. We heat it up gently, mixing all the time until it starts to thicken up. And right now our frangipane cream started to thicken up, so we can add our butter and we can take it out of the heat completely. The butter will just melt inside. When the butter is melted, the cream is ready. And we can start to assemble our tart. And while we are assembling the tart, we need to heat up the oven to 210 degrees Celsius. And right now we will be assembling. We put our Frangipane cream and distribute it evenly on the bottom. And right now we can add our apricots. We take them out of the syrup and we just place them on top. We don't want too much of the syrup remaining on them, as it will make it more difficult to bake. And right now we will be baking it in 210 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. Our tart is ready. As you can see, it has risen very slightly. Right now we need to wait until it cools down. That's how our tart looks like when it's taken out of the form. And right now, in order to serve it, what I suggest to do is to sprinkle some icing sugar on top. And let me show you how it looks inside. It's very nice, creamy, with whole apricots. It just looks so nice and delicious. I can't wait to dig in. I hope you enjoyed watching, guys. And if you want to see any more desserts like this, stay tuned, subscribe to my channel and keep watching me. Thank you, bye!